the Popcorn Report. For today's designers, the latest look is natural, and so are the fibers. You'll find out why, when it comes to fashion, cotton is once again king. High in the sky, satellites are helping students shoot for the stars. You'll see why education by satellite is sweeping the country. Hurricane Hugo had a devastating effect on the islands of the Caribbean. You'll find out how an unprecedented relief effort is helping these people to get back on their feet. Kids and crayons, a great combination. We'll tell you about an innovative program that teaches children about Alzheimer's disease through creative coloring. At the height of the polyester leisure suit craze, cotton was almost wiped off the retail shelves. But now, buoyed by consumer demand for comfort and natural products, cotton is once again America's #1 fiber. In 1975, U.S. cotton accounted for only 34% of the textile market. Today, cotton is the single most popular fiber consumed at retail, outselling all man-made fibers combined. Cotton's resurgence was sparked by the baby boom generation, children of the 60s, who literally grew up in all cotton jeans and T-shirts, whose philosophy has always been to keep things simple and natural.
I like clothes that are made of natural fibers. I like the way they feel. You can move in them, you know, they let you breathe. And they hang better, and they wear better. They're just more comfortable, I think.
Cotton Incorporated, the cotton industry's research and promotion arm, reports that consumer demand for cotton is at a 12-year high.
There's a new trend in the apparel industry today, and that's comfort. When a consumer walks into the store, she's looking for fabrics that feel good to the touch and make her feel good. Cotton satisfies that need, and that's why it accounts for almost half of the apparel sold at retail.
The influence of consumers' desire for natural fibers like cotton has affected the apparel market in everything from sportswear to designer collections.
I love cotton because it's so comfortable. It's not just physical comfort, but also emotional comfort. It's absorbent. You can actually sculpt in it. It's like the original fabric.
Cotton is one of my favorite fibers, simply because it's great versatility. I think I have seen almost every form and weave of textiles done in cotton. There is not a fiber that goes more from season to season.
If cotton continues to dominate the apparel market, life in the 90s should be quite comfortable indeed, courtesy of Mother Nature. Our educational system today is in a crisis. Budget cuts, soaring costs, and a shortage of teachers has parents nervous and schools scrambling. All this coming at a time when 13% of the U.S. population is illiterate and foreign competition is thriving. But today's communication technologies may be providing a solution, teaching by satellite, also known as interactive distance learning.
The distance learning industry actually began through the efforts of Oklahoma State University and Tie-In Network. It has led today to such programs as STAR Schools, funded by the federal government, statewide networks, and private enterprise looking at this as a real industry within education for the first time.
Interactive distance learning is bringing teachers to students at all levels from elementary to postgraduate. Now, any school with a satellite dish can expand its curricula to meet almost any educational need. One of the newest networks is CERSI, Satellite Educational Resources Consortium, a multi-state consortium of state departments of education, local school districts, state and local educational television groups, university educators, and private industry.
Many children, particularly in the rural and economically deprived areas, don't have the opportunity of a quality education. With modern technology such as GTE satellites and the other technologies they embrace, these children have the opportunity for a quality education.
One of CERSI's members is Kentucky Educational Television and its Star Channels program. Students watch transmissions via GTE SpaceNet satellite and interact with teachers using special keypads and classroom telephones.
All right. Do you have a theory of your own?
The teacher monitors student responses through voice and data transmission and can immediately react to the students.
It looks like about 95% of us got the correct answer.
With schools providing quality education via satellite, look for pay-per-course classes at home in the near future. Montserrat, September 16, 1989. And on September 17, 1989. Hurricane Hugo ripped through the eastern Caribbean, blazing a path of total devastation, bringing misery to thousands of men, women, and children living there. Poverty-stricken families saw what little they owned snatched from them in minutes, their modest homes reduced to rubble. Crops, for many the only source of income and food, wiped out in seconds. Fresh water supplies contaminated. Electric power lost. On Montserrat alone, Hurricane Hugo leveled virtually every home, leaving 12,000 people without clean water, shelter, or meager belongings, nor any means of starting over again. One of the first organizations to join the relief effort was Christian Children's Fund, which provided survivors with critically needed items: blankets, tents, clothes, diapers, candles, cooking utensils, hammers and nails. Financial support for these items came from Christian Children's Fund sponsors of children on the islands of Montserrat, Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, and neighboring Caribbean basin countries. More than $500,000 in financial aid, almost 5 times the amount of money expected, was raised within the first weeks following the disaster. But now the storm has passed. The supplies have arrived, and the survivors of Hurricane Hugo are grateful for the chance to start over. Alzheimer's disease affects 5 million Americans. Because victims have trouble controlling their lives, the pressure is often on the family to lend their support. Unfortunately, families, especially children, aren't always prepared. These elementary school students were among the first to participate in a community education program designed to help families understand Alzheimer's disease. The focus of the program is a coloring book called Helping Grandma, sponsored by the Pediatric Division of Sandoz Pharmaceuticals.
This coloring book was seen as a way to bridge the gap between the generations and to begin a discussion in the family of subjects that perhaps would not be discussed or that might be scary to a child otherwise.
The coloring book helps teach children that Alzheimer's disease is not completely hopeless.
So Carol and Peter are real concerned. They're real worried about their grandma. And they can help, which is what this book is all about. They can help grandma even though she does have a disease.
Pediatricians' offices, school systems, commissioners on aging, junior chambers of commerce, and aging organizations throughout the United States will receive 500,000 copies of the Helping Grandma coloring book.
It's the first book that I've seen geared really to helping children, young children, deal with this disease. It shows how relationships and roles in the family are altered by this disease, that there's a need to understand and be patient, and that patients, no matter how far they're impaired, can still benefit just from human kindness and things like pet loyalty and affection.
Such loyalty and affection are supplied by Jeff the dog. The kids in the book help Grandma by giving her Jeff, who becomes Grandma's new best friend, emphasizing the value of the human-animal bond. These boys and girls now know that Alzheimer's disease can make some older people forgetful, and they can help. That's all for now. See you next time on the Popcorn Report.